After asking the state to move along his execution, a convicted killer could soon get an answer. Aaron Gunches was sentenced to death in 2002 for killing Ted Price. Well, we now have some procedural deadlines for the execution process. The state has until Friday to request warrants for the execution. The response is due January 24th. On February 11th, the state Supreme Court will hear arguments on whether or not they should issue a death warrant. That's when we could learn a date for the execution. And some more background on this case that has gone on for more than 2 decades. In 2002, Aaron Gunches shot and killed his girlfriend's ex-husband and then left that body in the desert. In 2003, Gunches was pulled over by DPS near the California border where he shot and hurt a trooper.
He represented himself in this case. He pled guilty. This is a very different case than what has been present where there may have been innocence claims or extreme mental illness. So this is someone who has taken responsibility.
Later, in 2023, newly elected Governor Katie Hobbs put a pause on the death penalty in the form of an executive order. Weeks before Gunches was set to be executed, Governor Hobbs was asked for a review on execution procedures, including how lethal injection drugs are made and other protocols. That move was in response to Arizona's history of mismanaged executions. Hobbs said, "Under my administration, an execution will not occur until the people of Arizona can have confidence that the state is not violating the law and carrying out the gravest of penalties." Hobbs hired a retired federal judge to carry out the review, but she dismissed him a year and a half later in November of 2024. Then, Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays announced her office would resume seeking execution warrants. As for Gunches, a new execution warrant will need to be issued because the first one had expired during the execution pause. He sent a letter to the court in December of 2024 asking for the process to speed up. He said that his sentence is, quote, long overdue and is accusing the state of dragging its feet. At the time, he asked to be executed on February 14th on Valentine's Day. He also wrote a similar letter in 2022 saying that he wanted justice to be served to give closure to the victim's family. That motion was withdrawn in January of 2023. More than 100 inmates are on our death row in our state.